you only get one thing out of this episode, I hope it's this. Love is not something that you find. It's something that you are.
Welcome to Pleasure Central Radio, the place to rethink the assumptions we don't even realize we are making that keep us from getting what we truly want out of work, life, and love. Here is your sneak peek into an authentic, pleasure-focused conversation.
Hey there. So, welcome to Pleasure Central Radio's Valentine's Day episode. First of all, I want to say, you might have heard in the last couple of episodes me talking a lot more about grief than I normally do on Pleasure Central Radio. There's a reason for that. I had a really difficult relationship ending this year. There was a lot of grief that went with that, particularly with the isolation and the pandemic. However, I've made a lot of progress, and I'm really proud of myself. I've learned a lot about self-compassion and about kindness, about listening and about understanding. I've learned a lot more about what I really need to be happy, and I've learned how to speak up for that. I'm still learning every day. And I've learned how to rely not just on myself, but on that feeling inside me that tells me that I got this. In honor of Saint Valentine, I wanted to share with you a couple of things. I wanted to share some of the lessons that I've learned that I value more than anything else. And I want to share with you a meditation. This is a meditation for those we once loved out loud. And this is the medicine that I've needed for myself this week, and I hope it helps you too. Whether or not you have heartbreak in your recent past or not, this meditation will help you connect with the openness and the love that you've been able to feel for others, and to maintain an open heart for you. While other people benefit greatly by your open heart, you come first. So this is for you, because an open heart is always for your benefit. So I'd like to invite you to take 5 minutes here and sit and do this meditation with me. You don't have to be doing it with your eyes closed, but you can. You probably could do this while you're driving, so just be careful. Though if you are, I'd recommend you just pull over for 5 minutes. It's not a very long meditation, and it will be worth your time, I promise. I'm going to be asking you to think of some people in your head. I'll be reading this from a book which I've mentioned before. It's a book called The Dance by Oriah Mountain Dreamer. And this is her meditation for those we have once loved out loud. This is from page 107 of The Dance by Oriah Mountain Dreamer. Sit or lay down in a comfortable position. Breathe 3 deep breaths in through your nose and out through your mouth, letting your weight drop down with each exhale. Bring your attention to your breath, breathing into any places in your body that are tired or tense, releasing with the exhale. Follow the rising and the falling of your body, relaxing more deeply with each breath. If thoughts come, simply let them go and return your attention to your breath, following the movements of air in and out of your body. Breathe into your heart. Imagine your heart expanding slowly, relaxing and softening in any of the places where there is hardness. Feel the endless capacity of your heart to expand. Now let someone you once loved come to mind. Let it be someone you have not seen or spoken to in a long time. It may be someone who has died, or someone who is still living. Let your heart remember how you loved this person. Can you remember good times together? Painful times? How you met? How you parted? Do not reach for particular memories, but see which ones come when you simply focus on the love you felt for this person. Be aware of whatever other feelings come with these memories. Sadness, hurt, anger, regret, grief, happiness. Whatever the feelings are, simply notice them. Is there any fear in remembering that you once loved this person? Any regret? Whatever the feelings, breathe them in, sitting closer and closer to them. Can you soften your heart to whatever feelings come? Without judgment, simply be with the love and any other feelings the memory of this person evokes. Think now of someone else you loved once. Again, let it be someone you have not seen or talked to for some time. Once again, breathe in whatever feelings accompany your memories of this person, sitting with them. When you have some sense of receiving all that you can in this moment, invite the image of yet another person who you once loved to come into your heart's memory. Be aware of all these places love has taken you. Be aware of how, despite the fact that other feelings of pain or regret or fear or sadness may block the awareness of loving another, the connection between us and those we have loved never completely dissolves. Breathe into the knowledge of those connections, knowing that this holds no risk to you, that it is sometimes appropriate and always possible to remove ourselves from each other's circles without casting those we have loved out of our hearts. Feel the freedom this gives us to acknowledge the love we have for another without fear of losing ourselves or putting ourselves at risk of being harmed. Be aware of how this great capacity of the heart is yours. Breathe into your heart and feel its expansiveness. Wasn't that a great meditation? I told you it would be worth it. If you're anything like me, your heart has grown 3 sizes today. I've learned so much from the past, and it has helped me crystallize a core set of values that guide me and that maybe can be of use to you. I've been spending some time recently boiling down these values as small as I can, and I've decided that the 5 core values that matter the most to me are clarity, openness, courage, respect, and heart. I believe that when we develop respect for both ourselves and for our partners, we can be better partners. That when we respect the individuality of each other, that when we invite and seduce rather than assume that we own our partner's time, eliminate expectations through practicing deep self-love and not being afraid of asking, what now? I believe in clarity. This means that I say what I mean and I mean what I say. I believe that clarity is power. And when we're able to get clear about what matters most to us, and when we're able to communicate that clearly to the people that matter most to us, things work out. Because when we're being true to ourselves, true to our own heart, not to our ego needs, not to our wants, the things that are flighty and change on a regular basis, but when we're being true to our souls, true to the deepest part of us, that we end up where we're meant to be and with the people that we're meant to be with. I also believe that courage is necessary to live a powerful life, and that when we can be courageous and speak what we have learned we clearly need and want, then we really have a chance at a happy, joyful life. With courage, at least we have the opportunity to create something new and beautiful and incredible. I have learned to be courageous and to ask for what I want, and I'm equally dedicated to you getting what you want. That's partnership. Openness is key for me. I need to be open with my partners, and I need them to be open with me. Not tell me every little detail of every little thing hoping that I approve, kind of open. Not never lie to me about anything or you'll be in the doghouse, kind of open. But the sharing what matters with me as it happens so that I can help carry the load and witness the beauty of you, kind of open. I feel so honored when people let me be a part of their lives, let me witness them, and when they let me go openly and clearly when that's right too. Because openness is active protection against shame, and shame has no place in a healthy human partnership. And I believe that the more open we can be, the more potential for true intimacy there is. There's a difference between hiding and not sharing. I know from experience that anything we hide in shame brings us pain. That everything that we wish to hide gets better when we shine a light on it. A warm, inviting, natural, brilliant light. It's open and kind. I believe in openness creates powerful partnerships when you can be open with somebody. And I wouldn't have it any other way. I believe respect is one of the most important components to having a beautiful partnership, whether it's romantic partnership or otherwise. And when we learn who we are and how to respect ourselves, what's natural to us, when we learn who others are and how to respect them and what's natural to them, then we can come from this place of honor each other's strengths, complementing each other's weaknesses. And that, in my opinion, is a beautiful partnership. Having respect and being respected like that. It's one of the most fulfilling things in the world for me. I think heart matters, maybe most of all. For me, heart is another way of saying my deepest desires, my soul wanting to actualize into this world. It's a dance of dharma instead of repetition of karma. In my experience, when we truly choose to follow our heart, we do things differently than we've ever done them before, and they lead us to fulfillment like we have never experienced before. It requires bravery and courage. It requires knowledge so that we can truly be respectful of ourselves and each other. It requires clarity about what matters. And it requires a willingness to be open with those that we matter and to go somewhere we've never gone before. Wherever you are on this Valentine's Day, and whoever you love, I hope you remember, love yourself first. It is a wild and subversive act to love yourself these days. And to my loves, happy Valentine's Day. I'm so happy to have you in my life. And if you absolutely love the meditation, I think you'll love the book. There's a link in the show notes. It's called The Dance by Oriah Mountain Dreamer.
Hey, Pleasure Seeker! Well, that's it for today's conversation. Here at Pleasure Central Radio, we love using conscious communication, science geekery, and copious amounts of true pleasure to improve our partnerships, our money, and our love lives. And we hope you do too. If you loved what you heard here, we'd love a review. You can listen to other episodes of the podcast and read thought-provoking essays or poems written by me, Radiant Rebecca, by checking out the blog on pleasurecentralpodcast.com. Sign up to hear about new episodes immediately at pleasurecentralpodcast.com.
In my experience, when we truly choose to follow our heart, it requires a willingness to go somewhere we've never gone before. And we do things differently than we've ever done them before, and they lead us to fulfillment like we have never experienced before.